In today's video, we're going over the newly released EG4 Flexboss 21 all-in-one hybrid inverter. Now this is a split phase 240 volt inverter, and it is hybrid, meaning that you can use this inverter to sell back to the grid if you wanted to, or you could use it in an off-grid scenario if you'd like. It can go either way. Now this inverter is very similar to the EG4 18 kPV inverter, which is one of my favorite ones on the market right now. But this one is even bigger, and it's actually $700 less than the 18 kPV. In fact, this Flexboss 21 is the largest hybrid inverter for residential use on the market right now. The Flexboss can utilize 21,000 watts of solar, which is incredible. Now it can send up to 16,000 watts on battery, and if solar is present, to your loads inside your house, and it can take that other 5,000 watts that are available and send that to charge your battery bank. Now the max amount of solar panels they recommend putting on this thing is 25,000 watts or 25 kilowatts. Now there are 3 different MPPTs on this thing, and for the amps on those, the first 2 charge controllers have a max of 26 amps, and the third charge controller is 15 amps. And all 3 of those MPPTs can take in up to 600 volts DC. Now the surge capacity on this thing is incredible. It can start a 5-ton traditional air conditioning unit without a smooth start or soft starter. And EG4 claims that that's not even going to wear down this inverter by doing that over and over and over again. They still say you're going to get the full 10-year warranty utilizing it that way. This has a CEC efficiency rating of 96.9%, so it is a very efficient inverter. And it has all the certifications necessary to get this through residential permitting. Now you can use either lead acid or lithium iron phosphate batteries on this thing. So EG4 recommends that you have at least 300 amp hours of batteries on this thing at 48 volts. Now mainly that's because you won't be able to utilize all the power through this thing unless you have that big of a battery bank. It's got a NEMA 4X rating, so you can install this thing outdoors without a problem. And its operating temperature is from -13 all the way to 140 degrees, and that's in Fahrenheit. Now right now you can get the Flexboss 21 for $4,199. And as I mentioned, that's about $700 cheaper than what they're selling the 18 kPV inverter for. And I can also get you $50 off that as well if you want to use my discount code. It'll be in the description of this video. So the obvious question is how do they make this inverter, which is bigger, less expensive than the 18 kPV? Well, there's 2 main reasons that I see. Is one, this does not have the 200 amp pass-through like the 18 kPV does. Now, for those of you who don't know what that means, the pass-through is when, let's say you're using this similar to how I do, which you've got the grid connected as backup, but you're using solar and battery until your batteries get drained down to whatever, 20%, let's say, wherever you want to set it. Then it passes through the grid power to power your loads until the sun comes up the next day to power those loads. Well, the 18 kPV had a 200 amp pass-through. So basically you can go from your meter right into the 18 kPV. Well, first you go to a fusible disconnect or a bypass switch, but after that you go right to the 18 kPV, and it would just switch back between grid and solar and battery depending on how you have those settings set. Now this does not have the 200 amp pass-through. It only has a 90 amp pass-through. So if you want to use this with a 200 amp type of pass-through, you're going to want to pair it with the Gridboss. EG4 just released that. And it's kind of an aggregator or a service entrance where installers are going to love this thing actually. It's going to make it a lot easier to install. So no more fusible disconnect, no more bypass or transfer switch. All that's included in the Gridboss. And I did just get that. I'm going to make a video on that here in the next few days. But the Gridboss, in addition to being a transfer switch and a fusible disconnect, it has smart load capacity, like 4 different smart loads or smart ports. So you can have an EV connected to that, an electric vehicle. You can put a water heater on that, a spa. You can actually use those as AC coupling ports as well if you have an existing solar system that has microinverters on it sending AC power back. You can plug those right into the Gridboss and distribute that power. So it's a very interesting product. And if you're an installer, I highly recommend you check it out. It's going to make your job a lot easier if you're installing EG4 products. And the other way they were able to cut the cost on this was, as you can see, there's not an LCD screen on the front. So everything is controlled via their app. Now they are going to release an LCD screen add-on that you can plug in if you'd like, and that price will be somewhere around the $100 to $130 range is what I'm hearing. Now, for those of you who are using this inverter off-grid, there's no need to get the Gridboss. There's no need to have that 200 amp pass-through switch that the 18 kPV has. So if you're an off-gridder, just purchase this thing instead of the 18 kPV. That would be my recommendation. It's bigger and it's less expensive. And for those of you who still want that 200 amp pass-through, get it paired with the Gridboss. It's an excellent buy. Even getting both of those together, you're still getting it for less than $6,000 combined, which when you look at how much transfer switches are now, if you look at how much fusible disconnects are, I mean, gosh, you're looking at almost $2,000 just for that and the conduit to put that together and the wiring. So I highly recommend just getting that. It simplifies the install dramatically. And I will release a video here soon, actually mounting it on the wall I have back here and showing you exactly how that all goes together in a wiring schematic. So if you're interested in getting that wiring schematic, when I release it, there's a link in the description of this video. You can be added to my email list. I will send that out to everybody as soon as I have that ready within the next couple weeks. And also make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. So when I do release that install video of how this thing's wired, you'll get notified when that is released. Now let's open this inverter up and see what it looks like on the inside. So to get this thing opened up, it's fairly simple. There's just two different screws there and there's one screw over here. Once you take those off, this cover comes right off. And pretty simple in here. You've got your load, your grid. You'll notice there's not a generator port here like on the 18 kPV. Well, that is because in an off-grid setting, you would just plug your generator right into the grid port here. And then this is your load sections, your different 120 volt lines that go back to your main panel to power your loads. And if you're using this in a hybrid situation where you connect to the grid, you're going to want to pair it with the Gridboss, and that'll have a generator port inside the Gridboss, in addition to a bunch of other smart ports and transfer switch and fusible disconnect that you'll need to pass inspection. And on here they have a 300 amp battery breaker. You've got two different positive connections for your batteries, two different negative connections, and those look like 4-aught wire can be slid into there. And you've got your MPPTs here. You can see you've got two positive and two negatives for the first two charge controllers, and then just one positive and one negative for the third charge controller. And then you've got your communication ports here. So it looks pretty simple. Let's take a look at the side, see what that looks like. And you've got your PV on and off switch there. You've got your shutdown switch, and then you've got your Wi-Fi dongle area. And the fans are in the back here, as you can see. So, which is nice because that saves room where you can install things closer to it and not have to have, a foot of space between your next unit there. So here's what you're going to get in the box. You're obviously going to get the unit, the Flexboss 21. You're going to get the mounting brackets for it. You're going to get the CT sensors, the Wi-Fi dongle. There's a cable for parallel communication if you put multiple inverters together. And then you get the battery communication cable. So as you can see, this Flexboss 21, it's a beast. And priced at $41.99, that's hard to beat. Now there is no word on this yet if it is EMP protected. So I have no idea on that. I'm hoping that it is going through the certification process right now, but I don't know that. The EG4 has really come a long way in this business. They're putting out large quality inverters now and batteries at a price that's affordable. I was just listening to an interview with the founder and CEO of EG4, James Showalter, and he was just saying that it's his mission to try to get the cost of solar down low enough where it can compete in the free market without even having all these government subsidies and tax credits. So that's impressive. I like to hear that kind of stuff because we need to be able to stand on our own 2 feet here. I'm all about independence, so I don't want us to have to be reliant on government subsidies for this stuff to work. The EG4 just seems to be innovating all the time. They're trying to come out with some bigger and better unit based off customer feedback, which I really like that. They're almost like, I guess you could kind of compare them to Apple, who, remember back in the day, they were always releasing some new and better product and everybody was excited to see it. That's how we kind of feel with EG4 right now. So they're doing a heck of a job out there. I hope they keep innovating and just keep pushing the boundaries like they've been doing. And for those of you wondering, I do not have a brand deal with EG4. I just like their products and I recommend them because I use them and I have loved them thus far. Well, that's it for now, everyone. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel if you like content like this, and we'll see you in the next video.